Rehab Aid, Part 1. The pool is never empty. Toes knobby and knuckles swelling. Hair gray pilings of pin curls or matted back like seagull wings. Suits of bright pink and orange and teal with black trim cling young to their old bodies. Weathered, they are weathered. Driftwood, beautiful, they bob weightless in the pool. Joints are 20 years younger in the pool. Bosoms bowsprit figureheads. The pool moves for them. I am on the deck in navy blue scrubs. I am skimming the pool for a water sample and measuring the chlorine and checking the pH and listening to the squawk and flap of skin on voice on water. A girlish giggle, a recipe for peach cobbler, a groan from the hips. The humidity is coating my face and clinging to the skin above my lip. The back of the hair on my neck curls against the water. My eyes burn. There is always too much chlorine in the water. And I'm checking the temperature. It is 86 degrees, and they will want it hotter. The pool is never empty, and it is never hot enough. And they want it 90 degrees so they can stop moving, so they can sit still and feel the ache disappear, so they can stop breathing and hold on. But 86 is a good temperature, and I tell them it's good for them. If it was too hot, they wouldn't be able to do their exercise, and then their joints would stiffen, and then they would have pain going from down to up. But their joints are already stiff, and they already have pain, and they don't care to go down to up, and they want that pool warmer. And they don't want to do their exercises, but Mary does. Mary loves to do her exercises, and she wears a yellow bathing cap and a red bathing suit, and flutter kicks her legs for 10 minutes straight while holding the edge of the worn pool wall, and never complains about the temperature of the water, or the pool never being empty, or the squawking and flapping and the burning eyes. No, Mary never complains. Her blue eyes smile water droplets, and I am hopeful, and I stick the skimmer in the pool and close my eyes and pray that Mary doesn't have inflammation tonight. And then I am leading the aquatics class from up on the deck, and the patients are lined up in a grid like crab pot buoys out in the bay. And I am reaching and pulling and pressing and folding and swinging and circling, flicking and dabbing at the air, and they do the same, reflecting me in the water. The whole pool is swinging back and forth, a wall of wet, a mass, an exodus, a movement, and when they stop, the water continues beyond their effort. As they file out of the pool, the water level drops, and then the next bunch files in, and the water level rises again, and the pool is never empty. And when the patients walk the pool perimeter in time, deliberate steps, I can see the weight returning to the joints, the space water created between balls and sockets and levers and hinges compresses, and bone leans on bone, on marrow, on nerve, on them. Their eyes water. There is always too much chlorine in the pool, but Mary is holding Tina's arm and helping her along, and the arthritis is nothing but an old friend. And I am in the locker room and changing from my scrubs into my swimsuit and piling my hair on the top of my head and getting ready to help Charlie into the pool for his 3 p.m. routine. He will always be late, and I will wait in the water, feeling it bubble up along my body hair and smooth my skin and hold me just right. I love waiting for Charlie, and I think he knows it because he is always late. And the pool can never be empty. And when he gets here, I help him down the steps and set up a pool noodle for balance, and he gets his shoulders low under the water to ease the pain, and the placement of his chin is a turtle, and I imagine setting him free in Baja and saying, "Swim, Charlie, swim!" But we are still here in the hospital, and the 15 by 12 therapy pool, and the ocean seems a far away, and I am coaxing Charlie away from the wall, pulling the noodle along, and he's gripping tight with crooked fingers, and we are balancing, shifting weight from foot to the next, and it should be walking, but it's not, because it's so slow and the water's so accommodating that Charlie feels all right, and he bends his right knee and stands like a stork. And then he pulls both knees up and bicycles against the water, and when he is done, he always tries to splash my hair, but I skirt away and then hurry back to him, help him out of the water. And as we leave, someone else is already slipping into the water. The pool is never empty. And I am drying off in the locker room and putting my scrubs back on for the next appointment. The physical therapist is rushing in and out with her clipboard tight against her chest and her white coat trailing behind. She is always busy writing and scrawling and noting and documenting, and while I am reaching and swinging and balancing and measuring people in pools and water. The chlorine in the pool is extra high today, and I can feel how itchy my skin gets. There is no time to shatter between appointments. Everything must stay in full swing. Keep moving. The insurance companies want to know the degree of flexion in the knee post-surgery, and the spa company wants to know the levels of pH in the pool, and the risk management team wants to know what happened to the green grip mats that used to be next to the showers, and the patients want to know how much they will pay out of pocket, and I want to know if this helps. And I hope it does, and I hope it helps Mary. And the therapist is tapping her clipboard at me, which means my appointment is here, which means that Dee is here, which means I need to get out there on the deck and take a deep breath. I test the pool water, and the pH is just right, but the chlorine is too high. There is always too much chlorine in the water. Dee is wrapping her blonde ponytail into a bun. She is muttering how her hair will turn green because there is too much chlorine in the pool, and her body is young and tight, and her bathing suit hangs heavy when it gets wet. Her body is too tight. Her connective tissue tugs at her muscles and bones. Her fascia hurts. There is no known cause, but Dee knows why. She knows where the contracture, where the pain comes from. She can see the empty space where a child should have been. And inflammation takes up fetal space. Muscles in contractions held forever. Her immune system in labor. Fibromyalgia is not an old friend. It is a house guest that never leaves. And Dee is young. Yet Mary is hopeful. And when Dee is in the water, I want her to feel the emptiness and the cloudiness and let it go. But there's always too much chlorine in the water. And the pool is never empty.